Dreaming about snakes can be daunting, there's no doubt about that. After all, throughout our history, snakes have been used to symbolize both sides of the story. They're taken to be evil and vicious, intending harm to everyone around them, while at the same time they're also seen as good creatures, adored and worshipped by certain civilizations. It doesn't really matter which side of the story you personally believe in, but there's one thing you must be absolutely sure of, that's meaning of any dream you have regarding snakes. Following this topic of snakes, in this video we're going to talk about what it means to dream about rattlesnakes. In particular, the symbolism behind them and what you should do about them. Let's begin. Meaning behind the dream. Now, there are various dreams you may have had about rattlesnakes. They could be terrifying, especially if you witness a rattlesnake about to attack you. Some people even dream of rattlesnakes which are far bigger than the actual size, engulfing them completely while they try to hide. It's perfectly reasonable if such dreams worry you. However, we're going to break down the meaning of such dreams for you, so that you're no longer worried. As we may have mentioned before, dreams actually provide us with an insight into our subconscious, so if you want to know what you're wondering on a subconscious level, then looking for the meaning behind your dreams is a good place to start. First of all, dreaming about a rattlesnake generally means that you're trying to hide something. You don't want to be caught in the act of doing something if you're unprepared for it. This could hint at some secret you've recently been entrusted with or a responsibility you're not quite sure of because you don't know how you'll handle the situation. Additionally, if you dream about a rattlesnake biting you, then it could also mean that you're worried about someone harming you. It doesn't have to be a physical infliction either. We all know that people can harm us emotionally just as well as they can harm us physically. So, if you see a rattlesnake about to bite you, you're worried that someone in your life means you harm. Similarly, if you dream about a rattlesnake biting or harming someone who has let you down or hurt you in the past, then this dream signifies that you mean to seek revenge. Other times you may also see a rattlesnake harming your child or someone important to you. If this is the case, then don't worry. There won't be any real-world harm to your loved ones, it just shows that you are concerned about them. You're worried that someone will hurt them, and it's okay to voice this concern in real life. If a rattlesnake bites your right arm, then it shows that you're worried about money. Following this trend, if you see a dream where a rattlesnake bites your left arm, then you need to spend more time or money around people who matter to you. If you see the bites of a rattlesnake on your body in the dream, then it represents a part of the body which you're not really proud of. It highlights issues we face with our bodies, such as body image problems and self-esteem issues. Similarly, if a rattlesnake bites your genitals, then it means that you're worried about how they look to your partner. Symbolism behind the dream. Rattlesnakes, in general, reflect pain and feelings we usually like to ignore. Therefore, it's best to interpret rattlesnakes as warning signs for us. It's so easy to ignore any emotional baggage or issues we may face, so much so that we're pushing it to the back of our subconscious. Dreaming about rattlesnakes is our mind's way of reminding us of these challenges that we face. So, it can be said that we dream of rattlesnakes, and perhaps snakes in general, during times of uncertainty when we don't know what's happening. In this way, a rattlesnake can be a sign of rejuvenation, a method of our brain telling ourselves to take control of a situation. You don't necessarily have to take a rattlesnake as a negative sign. Think of it more as a forewarning for you so that you don't ignore obvious signs that you're in some sort of danger. Dreaming of rattlesnakes during a time when you plan on rediscovering or changing yourself can be quite interesting as well, because it can remind you of things you may have lost your focus from. In this way, a rattlesnake can be a sign of rejuvenation, a method of our brain telling ourselves to take control of a situation. You don't necessarily have to take a rattlesnake as a negative sign. Think of it more as a forewarning for you so that you don't ignore obvious signs that you're in some sort of danger. Dreaming of rattlesnakes during a time when you plan on rediscovering or changing yourself can be quite interesting as well, because it can remind you of things you may have lost your focus from. What should be done? First of all, don't be overly worried about dreaming of rattlesnakes. As we've mentioned multiple times in this post, rattlesnake dreams don't mean bad things. So, don't be overly concerned about these dreams. However, it is a point to be noted that you're having these rattlesnake dreams because you're trying to change or you've been thinking about changing something in your life. Rattlesnake dreams also occur when you're embarking on a new chapter in your life. Perhaps you've recently become a parent, or got engaged, or moved to a different city. These dreams are essentially voicing your concerns about your new environment. Your brain is essentially sending you a message about things that matter to you, so don't fret over it. Just do whatever you can to make your life good for you, that's all that you should be doing. Dreams warn us of what our mind is thinking about, and you don't have to go out of your way to disprove a dream or something. That would be weird. But remember, by seeing these dreams, your brain is reminding you of what you want and what is truly important to you. Don't ignore these signs. In the end, we'd like to conclude by reminding you that rattlesnake dreams are, frankly speaking, like all other dreams. They shouldn't make you frightened for your life or the safety of others around you. Your dreams reflect what's happening to you on a subconscious level. They reveal what's happening in the back of our minds, so don't worry too much.